Did you know that the average American spends over $100,000 on clothing and accessories throughout their lifetime? That's a staggering amount invested in items that will eventually wear out, be replaced, or donated. But here's the kicker. Studies show that people who prioritize experiences over possessions tend to be happier and more fulfilled. In a society fixated on material wealth, it turns out that focusing on meaningful moments can actually lead to a richer, more rewarding life. Ironically, living with less, what some might call looking poor, could be the key to unlocking abundance. One historical figure who embodied this idea was Diogenes of Sinope, a Greek philosopher who rejected materialism and chose to live in a ceramic jar. His life of simplicity and self-sufficiency made him a symbol of freedom and wisdom. His rejection of material possessions and his critique of societal norms challenged the prevailing values of his time. Diogenes' lifestyle serves as a powerful reminder that true happiness and fulfillment can be found in the absence of material wealth. The Great Depression of the 1930s was a period of severe economic hardship that forced millions to live with significantly less. While it was a time of immense suffering, it also offered valuable lessons in resilience, community, and the importance of non-material wealth. People learned to adapt, finding joy in simple pleasures and strength in their connections with others. They discovered the power of resourcefulness, making do with what little they had. The hardships of the Great Depression revealed the strength, ingenuity, and sense of solidarity that can emerge when material abundance is no longer guaranteed. When we constantly compare ourselves to others based on their material possessions, it can be difficult to form genuine connections. Looking poor can help to break down these superficial barriers and foster more authentic relationships. By focusing less on outward appearances and more on inner qualities, we can connect with people on a deeper level and build stronger bonds. A modest appearance can also help bridge social divides. In a society where economic disparities create significant divisions, looking poor challenges the assumption that wealth is the only measure of success. By rejecting materialism as a sole indicator of wealth, individuals can demonstrate that happiness and fulfillment are attainable in various circumstances. This perspective encourages a broader understanding of success, one rooted in personal values and experiences rather than financial status. By embracing this mindset, we can promote a more inclusive and equitable society where people are valued for who they are, not what they own. When we live in a consumer-driven culture, it can be easy to feel isolated and disconnected. Looking poor can encourage a greater sense of community and solidarity. By focusing on shared experiences and values rather than individual achievements, we can foster a sense of belonging and support one another through life's challenges. One of the most significant economic benefits of looking poor is the potential for greater financial freedom. By reducing consumerism and resisting the constant pressure to keep up with the latest trends, we can save money and build wealth over time. When we prioritize our needs over our wants, we're able to make more informed financial decisions, allowing us to allocate resources more wisely. This approach not only helps avoid unnecessary debt, but also fosters a mindset of intentional spending. In turn, we gain more control over our financial future and experience a sense of stability and long-term security. Appearing less affluent can also provide practical advantages. Wealthy individuals may be more likely to be targeted for scams, fraud, and manipulative sales tactics. By avoiding the attention that comes with displaying wealth, we can protect ourselves from exploitation and safeguard our financial resources. A minimalist lifestyle, often associated with looking poor, can also have significant environmental benefits. By reducing our consumption of goods and services, we can minimize our ecological footprint and contribute to a more sustainable future. When we choose to buy less, we reduce the demand for resources and minimize our impact on the planet. The constant pressure to keep up with the Joneses can be a significant source of stress and anxiety. By looking poor and rejecting the societal expectation to display wealth, we can free ourselves from this pressure and reduce our stress levels. When we focus on our inner peace and well-being rather than external validation, we can experience a greater sense of calm and tranquility. Our worth is not defined by our material possessions. When we focus on our intrinsic qualities, such as our intelligence, creativity, kindness, and compassion, we can boost our self-esteem and develop a healthier sense of self. Looking poor can help us to detach from the superficial aspects of identity and embrace our true selves. Minimalism, often associated with looking poor, can also have significant psychological benefits. By decluttering our lives and focusing on what truly matters, we can cultivate a greater sense of mindfulness and presence. When we are fully present in the moment, we can reduce stress, improve our focus, and enhance our overall well-being. In a society with significant economic disparities, flaunting wealth can exacerbate feelings of resentment and division. When we constantly see others living in luxury, it can create a sense of envy and inequality. By looking poor and avoiding overt displays of wealth, we can promote a more equitable and just society. A modest lifestyle can also foster a greater sense of community-oriented values. When we focus on our shared experiences and needs, we can develop a stronger sense of responsibility toward others. By supporting our communities and helping those in need, we can create a more compassionate and caring society. A minimalist lifestyle aligns with sustainable practices and environmental stewardship. By reducing our consumption of goods and services, we can minimize our ecological footprint and contribute to a healthier planet. When we choose to buy less and waste less, we reduce the demand for resources and help to preserve our natural environment. Many Asian cultures place a strong emphasis on humility and modesty. In societies like Japan, Korea, and China, it is often considered more respectful to downplay one's achievements and avoid drawing attention to oneself. This cultural value is reflected in the way people dress, speak, and interact with others. A modest appearance is often seen as a sign of good character and social awareness. Western cultures, particularly in the United States, often emphasize individualism and success, which can be reflected in the pursuit of material wealth and its display. However, there are also subcultures within the West that challenge these norms. The minimalist movement, for example, advocates for living with less and rejecting consumerism. This movement reflects a growing recognition of the psychological and practical benefits of modesty and simplicity. Indigenous cultures around the world often have a profound respect for the natural world and the resources it provides. Their traditional values and practices often prioritize simplicity, harmony with nature, and a sense of interconnectedness with all living beings. In these cultures, a modest lifestyle is seen as a way to align oneself with the natural world and contribute to the well-being of the community. In this video, we've explored the many benefits of looking poor or adopting a modest lifestyle. We've seen how it can lead to more authentic relationships, financial freedom, reduced stress, improved self-esteem, and a greater sense of community and purpose. By challenging societal norms and embracing a simpler way of life, we can experience a richer and more fulfilling existence. By making conscious choices about your possessions, spending habits, and interactions with others, you can begin to reap the rewards of a simpler and more meaningful way of living. Looking poor doesn't mean giving up on your dreams or sacrificing your quality of life. It simply means prioritizing what truly matters and embracing a simpler way of living. By adopting a minimalist lifestyle, you can experience greater financial freedom, personal fulfillment, and a positive impact on society. Ready to embrace a simpler way of life? Start by making small changes, tracking your spending, and decluttering your possessions. Discover the transformative power of looking poor and living rich. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe for more financial tips and insights.